Around Christmas time last year, 2023, my girlfriend told me that she started to pray very hard to find a new partner, new boyfriend, partner. Maybe she was even praying for finding a husband or something like that. And maybe I'm not supposed to share the story here, but I'm sharing it anyway because I find it very interesting and also enlightening, especially for you who are interested to date Indonesian women. So what she did, she has a little book, like a diary, where she writes in all her things, stuff like what many people do. I also have a diary, every day I write something in it, my thoughts, my feelings. So this is what she did. She started to pray very hard, also writing things down in her little booklet. And she told me that she was praying to meet a German man who is 15 years older, who is financially stable, who is not playing around with money, who is not wasting money, who is kind of a frugal guy. And also she was wishing and asking for a man who is not on social media, who's not playing around on social media and stuff like that. So that was her prayer, that was her wish, apparently, so that's what she told me. And the rest is history, right? I mean, about 2 months ago, we started dating each other. And yeah, the funny thing is, I'm from Germany. I am not 15 years older, I'm a bit older. Our age gap is, it's 19 years actually. And yes, I believe I have my act together. I am financially stable. And I don't play around on social media except doing these YouTube videos here, And yeah, what can I say? God works in mysterious ways, What will the future bring for us? We don't know, but I thought this is something interesting for you because this is the topic of today's video. What kind of qualities are the good Indonesian women look for? And by the way, why my girlfriend wanted to meet a German man, I don't know. This is something which still puzzles me a bit, but for those of you in the audience who are from Indonesia, or maybe you are even an Indonesian woman, maybe you can help out. My girlfriend, she is a Batak girl from Sumatra. And it seems that these women prefer German men, but I don't know why that is. Maybe it has to do with the history, but maybe some of you can enlighten me and let me know why that is. Anyway, so talking about the qualities good Indonesian women are looking for in a man. And again, I'm talking about Indonesian women in this video. Certainly also other women from different countries and continents are looking for similar characteristics and traits. Certainly, but this video is about Indonesian women. So, what are Indonesian women looking for? They're looking actually for one thing. They're looking for a man who has his act together. And since this is a typical English expression, I think I don't need to explain it much, but I will. Okay, so that you get a picture of what it really means having your act together, when being together with an Indonesian woman. So what an Indonesian woman wants, what it means having your act together, is that you are a guy who is determined, who is resolute, and knows what he wants. This is also what my girlfriend told me. She wanted a man who knows what he wants, who has a goal, yes is yes and no is no, And of course someone who is family oriented, because dating in Indonesia is always leading to marriage. This is at least what's in the mind of the woman. Dating in Indonesia is not about just dating for fun or dating for the sake of dating, trying things out and this and that. yes, you try things out automatically by dating, but the end goal is really a long-term relationship and marriage. So this is what the Indonesian girls are looking for, you know, a guy who is determined, knows what he wants. You also have to understand that Indonesian women are by nature very shy and passive, okay? So you are in a position to lead, yeah? This is expected also from you as a man, not only as a Western man, but in general, in Indonesian culture, the man is the leader, okay? And it is expected from you to be the leader. So if you cannot assume the role of a leader or don't want to, then better look for something else, okay? But then don't date in Indonesia. And that's a little bit different than in Western culture. I know, or we know that, because in our culture, you know, men and women are it's more mutual, right? It's more equal. So it's not really that the Western woman today really is looking for a kind of a leader, you know. I mean, I think deep down still, yes, she's looking for a strong guy, you know, who can lead. But now these days in modern relationships, in modern Western relationships, you know, the husband or the partner is not just deciding over the head of the woman, you know. So things are being discussed mutually. They come to an agreement, you know, both parties are equally involved, you know, that kind of stuff. So an Indonesian woman wants a man who has his act together in life. I mentioned this already. That includes that you are stable and mature when it comes to finances, to money issues, right? Also, an Indonesian woman wants a man who is not only stable with his finances, but also stable with his emotions. This is very important, because these women also need emotional safety and security. Having your act together also includes having goals, yeah? Having a vision, I don't know, having a vision for your life, having a plan, knowing what you want, that you are stable and mature. And also, what I found out is very interesting, you can even be a mentor to her, okay? Due to our age gap of 19 years, me and my girlfriend, I just have more life experience by nature automatically. So it is also kind of a mentor role somehow, and that's very interesting. You should consider this also, right? And of course, an Indonesian woman is looking for a man who already has evolved his priorities and desires. We've talked about this in a previous video, why this is so important. You know, I'm now 47 years old. I mean, if I would not have already to a certain extent evolved my priorities and desires, that would be a pity, and maybe it would even be disastrous, because I would not have my act together, you know. When I was, I don't know, 27 maybe, then I had not evolved my priorities and desires so much. So I was just wasting my time and, you know, doing crazy things. So in short, an Indonesian woman wants a leader, a guy who knows what he wants, who has his act together, you know. And again, it is expected from you to be the leader in this relationship, you know. But not like this top-down patriarchal style of thing, which actually many Indonesian men still think they have to do in today's relationships in Indonesia. I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, why so many Indonesian women also start to not liking it and really don't approve of this, you know. So being a leader doesn't mean you tell the woman what to do or expect her to be submissive or to look up to you or these kind of things. Yeah, you're not in the military. That has nothing to do with being a real leader, you know. For me, being a real leader includes what I've mentioned already, that you know what you want, you know, and you're aiming for something, you're striving for something, yeah, even if it is the relationship you're striving for, right? So this is very important. These are the qualities good Indonesian women are looking for. And why do I always emphasize on the good Indonesian women? Yeah, there are also not so good Indonesian women. They are in the minority, probably the bar girls or some gold diggers, you know. In my opinion, there are not good Indonesian women, and they might have different motives, you know. So, but I'm not talking about this category of woman. Also, what a good Indonesian woman is looking for in a man is that you are a calm and relaxed guy, okay? Just chilled out, yeah? Not agitated or freaked out or super excited, you know? That you are a composed man, yeah? Lighthearted, but with sovereignty of mind. So sovereignty of mind actually relates to what I've mentioned already, that you have your act together, that you have already evolved your priorities and desires, you know, and that you know what you want. That independence of mind, you know. This is very attractive to Indonesian women, you know, because when you are a guy who can think independently, who even can think critically, you know, who has a certain level of sovereignty of mind, you know, then it gives her also emotional stability, yeah, very simple. Because you as a leader in this relationship, you also have to figure out solutions, you have to solve problems, you know, you have to come up with new ideas, you have to be creative also, you know, and these are all good traits and make a woman feel secure, right? So very important that you are, as a Westerner, that you understand that you don't need to impress these women like, I don't know, like you don't need to be macho man, you know, you don't need to shout around or play the big boss or brag or these kind of things, you know, you don't need to be Tom Cruise, yeah, or I don't know, Rambo, something like that. You should display your competence in a different way. Yeah, no need to be this super excited Hollywood style college dude who is picking up girls left, right, and center. Yeah, this is not what Indonesian women looking for. You know. So, what do good Indonesian girls or women are actually not looking for? Yeah, they are not looking for jumpers, for losers, for drinkers, for gamblers, you know, for womanizers and playboys, you know. That's what they are not looking for. And since Indonesian women know that younger boys, younger men tend to have these characteristics like drinking, partying, womanizing, playing around with the girls, picking up hookers in a bar, breaking hearts, you know, not being sincere, not having figured out what they want. These women know that. That's why they avoid these younger guys, you know, and that's why they prefer older men, at least when it comes to Western men, okay? Because oftentimes you see older Western men with younger Indonesian women. Why is that? I've talked about this in different videos, but this is one very important reason. These women don't want to hook up with these younger boys because, you know, these younger boys, they have not let it out of their system yet also. And they know these younger guys, they are not stable, you know, they're jumping around, they're not settled, neither financially, not emotionally, you know, they're just too unstable. And this is not what these women are looking for. They're looking for stability and safety and security, you know. And knowing these young men are just, you know, just playing around, they automatically tend to to be attracted to older men, because older men, you know, they have more life experience and they tend to be more settled already, you know, emotionally also. So it's a safe haven for these women. They know, okay, this guy is maybe 20 years older, yes, but biologically he's still able to produce children, right? So that's not a problem. But he has that life experience, and this woman can assume that he is, he burned his fingers maybe as well with previous relationships, or maybe he is even divorced. But in general, this is just what they know, that older men are more settled and stable. And that's very important to these women, right? And especially women who are divorced, Indonesian women who are divorced, you know, or really burned their fingers very badly with previous relationships, or burned their fingers with Indonesian men. They mostly tend to date Western men. Yeah, so that's actually good news for you, for those of you guys who are coming from a Western country, who are interested to date Indonesian women but are not sure you know, what they are all about, or what their expectations are, what their views on relationships are. That's why I'm doing this video. So this is really good news for you. Also, by knowing now, after having talked to many guys during the past few weeks, during my consultation calls, you know, I'm offering consultations. So if you're also interested, just let me know. Drop me an email, and we can get in touch and set up an appointment. So also by talking to these guys, I also learn about their motivations, about their fears, you know, what they think and what they're looking for. So, and it is really this is also my experience. More and more Western guys now, in their middle age, they are now turning their back on America or other countries, and just they are fed up with the situation and the dating situation. So they are now focusing onto different locations, and Indonesia is coming more and more on people's radar. So I'm happy to help out with these videos. And that's the good news. If you are a Western guy and you want to start all over again, you want to leave everything behind, and are just also tired, you know, of being played or being unsuccessful with women. You know, when I hear that if you want to date a woman in America, that you cannot bring this woman to the beach or to a coffee shop, because this woman will basically run away. These women expect you to spend at least $100 for a dinner date. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore. That's completely crazy for me. This is insane. But apparently this is what's going on in these countries, and I assume this is something like that is also going on in Germany and in European countries. This is absolutely insane. If you're fed up with that kind of dating, if you are fed up with these really crazy, unrealistic expectations by these Western women, then good news for you. Come to Indonesia. There, you know, the women they really appreciate a date in a coffee shop and a walk on the beach. You know, they appreciate the presence of you. They appreciate that you spend time with them, and also money, because traveling from the United States to Indonesia does cost money, and it does cost time. These women know that, and they appreciate that, and they also will let you know that they appreciate that. So that's the really good news. And when you have these characteristics and traits I was talking about in this video, if you have your act together as a man, okay? If you know what you want, and if you also know what you don't want, right? If you have your act together, and that's actually, in my opinion, being a real man, you know? What is a real man? I've talked about this just in this video, you know? What I think is a real man, and this is what these women are looking for. They are looking for a real man, you know, who has his act together, and not somebody who's jumping around, gambling his money away, breaking hearts, playing around, grandstanding and showboating around. No. Actions speak louder than words. This is very important for Indonesian women. You can tell them stories the whole day. At the end of the day, your actions will speak louder, you know. And that's good news. And if you're somebody, if you belong to this kind of category of man, then yeah, what are you waiting for? Get in touch with an Indonesian woman, and then good luck to you. And last but not least, before I forget, I want to mention why also more and more Indonesian women are now interested to date Western men. It's not only the things we discussed in this video. Yeah, certainly we carry a certain status and image with us. We cannot help that. You know, we are coming from a Western country, from the Western world, you know, the rich world, the so-called first world, you know. And the image still today is that we are rich guys, well educated, you know, we are financially better off. This picture is still in the minds of many of these Southeast Asian women. So that's basically already your bonus you carry with yourself. So don't mess it up, okay? But what they also like with Western men is because that's what the Indonesian women told me. They find that Western men are more respecting their partners, their women, their wives, you know, unlike Indonesian men. Also, they don't like this top-down control, what I've mentioned earlier. You know, many Indonesian women complain that the structure, within this relationship is really top-down patriarchal, you know, so that means the guy is the boss, he says what needs to be done and the woman has to obey. But the guy is not doing much. Yeah, he might be working, putting food on the table and money on the table, but he's not taking care of the household, he's not helping with household chores, you know, he's not taking care of the kids, you know. And so Indonesian women more and more are being fed up with this, you know, and they complain. And maybe they are right, you know, and they know in Western relationships things work differently. Again, yeah, in our culture, everything is more mutual and I think more equal. And Indonesian women, they want equality as well in a relationship and not just somebody who they don't want to be an order taker, you know, and they don't want to end up with doing all the work, you know, and feeling not supported by their partner or husband, you know. That's not what they want. They are simple women who just want to live a good life as well, and I think they also deserve a great partner. So there are plenty of simple, good women in Indonesia who don't want to become rich or a millionaire. They're just looking for a stable partner who respects them, who supports them, who is family-oriented. And if you can bring these traits and characteristics to the table, oh man, in return you will also get a good girl, a good woman with great characteristics and traits. These are simple women, you know, but they have very good traits and characteristics. So with that being said, I'm checking out for today. Let me know what you think. Are you planning to visit Indonesia soon? Have you already started dating an Indonesian woman, maybe online, you know, or have you already visited Indonesia? Are you dating currently someone? Let me know. I'm interested in your stories. They're always very interesting and enlightening, not only for me, but also for our viewers, you know. And then let me know. I'm gonna see you in the comments section, and I'm gonna see you also in one of my next videos. Take care, bye bye.